Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm so happy to have you on this journey with me. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're feeling good and strong and positive. Aging is a pretty intense and complex, profound state of mind. And that's why we've got this community. That's why we made 60andMe happen, because I knew that there were other women like you looking for some support along the way. So here we are. It's a lovely sunny day, beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day when I wake up. I appreciate every single second of my life. I know you probably feel the same way. This is the time of the life when we can start prioritizing on the things that are really important. And I got a great topic that I want to discuss with you today. But first, my tea. My tea is one of my favorites, Taka turmeric. It's got rooibos tea and vanilla. There's another one with hibiscus I really love, but this is one of my favorites. And I'm using a new cup. It's really lovely. It's a Russian cup. This is the saucer. What can you see without too much shining? And the cup is just gorgeous. And it's such a pleasure to have tea from a nice cup, I think. I mean, even if it's just something that you find at a thrift store. Most of the mugs I've bought have been little beautiful treasures, one-offs that I have found. But anyway, cheers, everyone. Before I start on the article, I want to actually remind you that today's sponsor is International Living. Now, International Living is a company that helps people make decisions about retiring overseas. They have people all around the world who are examining different options from places of far-reaching and then also in Europe. And you'd be surprised actually at some of the options that they raise. And they put together reports that actually go into great detail about what you might want to think about, maybe do a test journey. And it's a very informative resource. So if you go up to internationalliving.com/60andme, you can sign up to receive a new report they've put together on 5 places in Europe that you might want to check out that are affordable. Alicante, Porto, a few others that you might recognize. And anyway, all the information's there, totally free of charge. So the topic today, I've got a bit of a summer cold here. It's on my throat, but hopefully I'll be able to keep going. I've got my trusty tea. I have a sip right now, just a sec. Yeah, this is great. So anyway, this is an article written by Sin Meyer. Now, Sin works with older people, and she actually wrote this article on how to look at successful aging. What is successful aging? And she puts together 4 ingredients that I think you'll recognize, but I think it's really great to review and sort of agree that this is where we're going. And it helps us a lot with 60andMe too, to put articles together, content that we know is of value to you. So please leave your feedback, leave your comments below the article here on YouTube or on the website, and really do value your opinion. So what does Wikipedia say about successful aging? Okay, what's the definition? Physical, mental, and social well-being. That's the balance. That's the triangle. Physical, mental, social. And we've talked about this before, that when you weigh those up, the social aspect is really, really important. So that's, I think, something to remember. Now, there's a report she mentions by John Rowe and Robert Kahn. They're actually doctors. And they put together this idea that the 3 components of physical, mental, and social, put them together, and that equals, longevity, longer energy, more energy, and enthusiasm for life, and also a lower risk of disability. I mean, there are some practical things that can come about if you get your physical, mental, social balance in place. Now, here are the different things she says are ingredients for successful aging. And I would read the article because it's very, very informative and useful. Not that we don't know these things, we know these things. We just don't, we need to get reminded of them, because I think we sometimes think, maybe you're not feeling very well, you're low energy, you're not feeling enthusiastic about life. And it's just one of these elements just might help you. And the first thing, and I'll mention it first because to me, I think it's pretty important, is community. Now, community is 60andMe. Community is the local church that you go to, or it's the group of women that you meet for tea every Thursday. Community is people. It's the people that are like-minded. They like they like what you do, they like the way you think, they like your attitude to life. And all those things together are so helpful when it comes to social isolation, loneliness, and the ability to feel a purpose, a purpose in life. Now, when we get to be older, our family obligations change. I mean, we still maybe, for example, helping out with grandchildren or helping with, our children, our kids, or friends, but the burden has changed. All the things that we connected ourselves to in the past, like things like, our colleagues at work, or our different social obligations, or volunteer activity at the school or in the community. It's changed. And one of the key things that Cynthia talks about is that the more we surround ourselves with these old views, with the people that don't feed us anymore, that don't have a genuine interest in us, a positive interest, they are toxic to us. And she talks about the fact that, for example, if you hang around with smokers, if you spend your time with people who smoke, you don't smoke, you don't like the idea of smoking, but you continue to put up, in quotes, with their behavior. I mean, by the way, no judgment here. If you smoke, that's your decision for sure. But I'm just giving an example, that if you hang around with smokers, you will likely smoke. And it's the same thing they mention with overweight. If you spend time with people who really overeat, in your opinion, and you're trying to establish more healthy eating, it's likely that you'll be influenced by their behavior. So what is it, that thing they say about you are the product of the 3 or 4 people that you spend most of your time with? And I think that's super important. Another thing then to talk about, sort of levers in achieving a healthy, happy aging process is growth. Now, your hair grows, your nails grow. Cynthia does a great job of explaining all this. You can grow. Being a lifelong learner, being curious, being interested in life is really, really important. And I think that's, one of the things that we forget sometimes, that our brain can keep on getting active. It can keep on developing forever. It doesn't stop. We have this myth that somehow your brain degenerates as part of aging, and it doesn't. So cognitive health is super important. And self-reflection, I think, falls into that too. That, if you take time to meditate, to establish some mindfulness strategies, like where you're just simply enjoying things that you're doing, I think that's really very powerful. Another thing Cynthia recommends is to add something new to your life. This is part of the learning experience too. If you love to travel, go travel. See if you can get out of a house just go to the next town, or just go to a park or a place that you've never been before. Even go to a new shop that you've never been to. Just try to bring new activities into your life. This is a very important thing too. And she says that, when you get outside your comfort zone, that's where all the good stuff happens. I mean, it may not be good if you're feeling a little bit nervous or a little bit, out of your comfort zone, but in the long run, you'll look back at that. It's so much fun. I'm really glad I did that. And I think that's the secret, is knowing your boundaries, knowing what you can handle, but then going ahead and trying new things. Go back to school is another thing. That gets back to the point of being a lifelong learner. Read a book on a topic that you have no idea what it's about. Read a subject that you have no knowledge of. Learn something new. Another thing you can do, and it doesn't even require travel, is to immerse yourself in new cultures. You can go to an Indian dance concert, or you can go to a recital in a different language, or mix with younger people too. That's another thing that you can do, is immerse yourself in the culture of youth. Get involved with a younger group, and you'll see how much they are interested in you. And I'm telling you, you can learn so much from them. I went on a nomad cruise once with young people, 250 young people under 30, and it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I still look back on that with huge, just joy and love. It was great. Young people. Another thing, give back. you know, you get that buzz when you help people. There is such a thing as a volunteer high, and it's true. When you reach out to someone and you help them and you guide them, even if it's just doing something simple, it doesn't have to be hard, you know, heavy duty work. It's just being there for someone. Volunteering on a chat line. There's a lot of new chat lines now for mental health, which is wonderful. You know, just sometimes people need to talk, and you can perhaps help there. Or go out and do your, you know, donate clothes to the women that are going back to work after, you know, being in the house for a while. And there's so many volunteer opportunities out in the open, Habitat for Humanity, or, you know, just in the cleaning up in the neighborhood. But do something. Giving back is huge. Health is the last thing that I'll mention here, because I don't know why I mentioned it last. It should be first, because without good health, everything else falls into the shadows. You can have lots of money, but if you don't have good health, then you've got a challenge. So one thing that Sin talks about is actually having a plan. You know, having a plan that suits your lifestyle, that is going to be good for your physical health, for your physical health, but which will impact your mental health and your social health. It's all connected in a big circle of life. More veggies, lots more water, nice teas, things that are going to provide nourishment mentally, physically, and in the world around you. I encourage people to go to meetup groups too. That's another thing which gets all these three things going too. But anyway, I do hope that you're well, that you enjoyed that conversation. What do you think is the key to successful aging? I'd love you to leave your comments in the section below. So again, thank you so much everyone for being here. I appreciate your support and your time and your love, and it's all back to you. I'm really grateful for your presence in my life. So thanks again. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.